Welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to build an elite team in Mycareer because I was getting a lot of questions of how I was getting all of these star players on my team. I have Victor Wembanyama, 97 overall, Rasheed Walton, 95 overall. Then I also have Tyler Bowen, 92 overall player. So I'm in my 7th season, so of course I have some created players, some generated players on my roster. But it's very easy to get a lot of these players on your team. Keep in mind, I previously had Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson at the same time, but both of those players left me. Once they left me, I went after Wembanyama, and I went after Walton, and I went after Bowen. Now, to be able to influence trades, you need to complete this quest right here, and you need to become a starter. Once you become a starter, you will be able to unlock this quest by playing some games, and once you complete any one of these objectives, in which I increased Rui Hachimura's scoring average because I was fouling out, you will successfully be able to influence trades. Now, once you're able to influence trades, you'll go over to career features and then scroll over to suggest trade targets. Now, I'm going to explain to you, you're not going to be able to get every single star the first time of the first season. It took me like 5 seasons before I was able to get Wembanyama, but I tried every season and I eventually got him. Now, in my first season, I was able to get Zion Williamson, and the good thing about it is your team will let you get stars, but you won't even trade away your best players. That's why we're so stacked right now. Now, we did trade AD for Wembanyama, but AD was towards the end of his career, and he was like an 80-something overall, at the high 80 overall, and Wembanyama was in the 90s. So that was a great trade at the time. And then I went out and got his teammate, which was Walton, and he's like a 95 overall center. So they're 7'4" and 7'3", and they were #1 in the conference the previous year. So I figured if I get their best players, I won't have to worry about playing them again and put them on my team. So you can see how stacked my team is. We got 2 top 5 players in the NBA. Well, 3 top 5 players in the NBA. So we're that dominant like that. And then you scroll down some more, and then Bowen, you'll see Tyler Bowen pop up. He's a star. You know, he's a star. Now, I really didn't want to trade any more players. I'm comfortable with my team, but for the sake of the video, I did want to go through and try to show you how it's done. Now, we could improve at shooting guard, so I'll go after Terrence Buchanan. As you can see there, you can tell your team you want to go after him, and you confirm that. Now, once you confirm that, you can go to Mycareer and you can just sim. Once you sim to your key games, they'll let you know whether the trade was successful or not. If it wasn't successful, just move on to another player. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next season you'll be able to get that player, but just move on to another star player that you feel like will benefit your team. Now, one of the issues I started running into since I'm so many seasons in with the generated players were that they had recently signed, so they weren't able to be traded until January 26th, but it would waste one of my available trade suggestions. Now, I'm not sure that maybe they just didn't want to come, or the other team didn't want to make the trade, and it could still possibly happen. But for me, at this point, it didn't happen. So if you can't get a player, focus on another player. And in your earlier seasons, when you have more NBA players to choose from, like I know I had trouble getting Giannis, I had trouble getting Jokic. A couple of those players, I wasn't able to get them, but there's a lot of stars like Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson that I was able to get to come to the Lakers and play with me. So you just have to keep trying and keep it up, and maybe try again next season, because like I told you, it took me like 4 or 5 seasons before Wembanyama was able to come join us. Now, I like to sim because you can sim and get through the key games. Now, I did foul out of that key game just so I could fast forward for the video, and as you can see, Matt Poole, that trade wasn't able to be completed as well, and I only got 3 available trade suggestions to use. So if none of them are successful, then you miss out. But I'm not gonna lie, when your GM makes a trade, it does seem like they be completely fleecing the other team. Because look, the fact that I have all it's 490 overalls on my team. One of them was hurt at this particular moment because, for whatever reason, a lot of players get hurt in this game during the regular season, especially Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was steady getting hurt for us, so that was tough. But as you can see, if you look at the top, you'll see your available trade suggestions, and it's 0. So anytime I'll try to make a trade now, I don't have any more remaining. But this is the approach I took to build my team to help me win more games while I was simming. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, you found it helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, man, Dynasty out.